Okay, so there's a undeniable issue happening at the moment. I've stopped posting on social media for quite a while for various reasons, and now I think, I would actually like to add something to the equation, throw something in the mix, because although I'm not one to want to panic or worry too much, there does seem to be something affecting a lot of people in that way. Obviously, we've got this coronavirus happening, and people seem to be affected by it adversely, especially if you're reading the news, following the news, and you walk into a supermarket and you see there's shelves minus all the toilet roll and things of that nature, and obviously things are made in people say. So there's something happening, but I think it's more so about how people are handling something rather than the something itself. So there is something to be addressed, and there is something to contribute to, rather than, this is just my personal opinion, rather than not be involved in the conversation for the sake of thinking that, social media isn't all it's cracked up to be, which was where I was a while back. Rather than thinking that, it's like, okay, how do we help out in this situation? And I'm sure everyone has got a different way of helping. Everybody can help in different ways. There's all the usual, looking after the people that might be concerned, looking after the older people, the vulnerable people. But for me, what I'm linking in with is, this nature of panic, the nature of fear. Now, I'm not an expert on anything whatsoever. I don't know more than anyone about any one thing. There's knowledge and there's information everywhere about every topic. So I don't profess to be someone who knows what's going on, knows what to do, and you should do what I say. Not at all. What I am an expert in is my own lived experience of things that have helped me. So a long time ago now, maybe 2007, 2008, I developed a really, really serious issue with panic, fear, anxiety. At the time, it come in fits and starts. It'd come in panic attacks, which, if anyone's ever experienced one, it's the most terrifying thing when it's happening. You're fearing for your sanity, you're fearing for your life, you think you're going to die, all that kind of stuff. So there was panic attacks to begin with. And then ultimately, over a long period of time, it led to a state where I was that convinced that I was on the way out, that I was phoning ambulances and ending up in hospital. And the state of panic and fear was continuous. It wasn't just a temporary attack, it was all day, every day, full, complete breakdown in every sense, mentally, physically, emotionally. Being looked after at home, couldn't really hardly walk, get out of bed. Every waking moment was ultimate terror. That's how bad it got. It was just like a permanent panic attack for a long time. So my life was on the edge as far as I was concerned. I had all those horrible thoughts and feelings that came with it. And, through a few things that came my way, help from the family, and obviously a willingness on my side to explore certain methods and techniques, I found how to deal with panic, worry, anxiety, fear generally, and saved me life, basically. It saved me life, it got me back on the straight and narrow, and is something that I go back to, now. Not to say that I don't feel panic or fear or worry, anxiety anymore, which is all very, very human things, very normal. It's just that I've got a tool or tools now to deal with that. And I've got some separation from the thoughts that come, which can be terrifying, especially now. I'm guessing there's loads of people out there who are lost in a thought chain that just spirals, where you're projecting and projecting into horrible scenarios, and so I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to the people who that's happening to, and who are wondering and who are affected by it, because I'm not saying panic isn't real, or you know, fear isn't needed, or projection into the future isn't needed at some point. But what isn't needed is how it makes you feel, and yet the bad decisions it can lead you to take. And it's also contagious. So if you're in panic, if you're in fear and anxiety, you're passing that on to other people, and that's why we've got this epidemic of people panicking about a situation that isn't actually here yet. I'm not saying there isn't a balance to be struck between preparations and being cautious and careful. Absolutely not saying that at all. I'm saying we need to respond or react from the best place, and that is not the place of excessive fear, panic, worry. You know, it's not the best place to be making decisions from. But as I say, just to stress, it's more. This is how I feel I can help with anyone who suffers, and there's no one that I would hazard a guess that anyone who suffers on any level, mild or intense, some kind of state of panic, fear, that's not a nice thing. You know, if someone wants to tell me that it's a nice state to be in, you know, fear, panic, worry, whatever, then please tell me. But I'm guessing most people who are feeling that aren't feeling very nice because of that. And so this is where I think, okay, well, if I'm going to contribute, well, maybe what I've got to do or say could be of help. So I will post again with how I got beyond feeling terrified, panicked, anxious, and as I say, this was to the craziest degree possible, and how I deal with it now, so that hopefully I can come from the best place when I'm making decisions. So yeah, I'll post again, maybe a few separate videos about how you may be able to help yourself and other people in this situation. So yeah, thanks.